Are there any advantages to moving our software business into a designated opportunity zone? Jeff, what do you think?
I don't think there is. If you're an existing business, you're not going to get any advantage from moving in an opportunity zone.
All right. So let's go back and break this into little pieces first off.
Okay.
Opportunity zones. They are a creature of the Tax Cut and Jobs Act. They came about at the end of 2017 and first showed up in 2018. All states designated certain zip codes as economically disadvantaged areas that need investment. That's what an opportunity zone is, and you can actually go read about it. It's 26 USC 1400Z, because they put a big Z for zone.
That's right.
It's 1 and 2. So the opportunity zone are these economically disadvantaged areas where the government wants basically investment. And the way it works is if you invest in one of those areas and you hold the investment, and what it really comes down to is you invest in something called a fund, an opportunity zone fund, and it invests 90% of its capital into opportunity zone property, which could be a business, it could be real estate there under certain circumstances, and you hold it for 10 years, any gain on that property you do not have to pay tax on. You hold it for 20 years, zero gain, no capital gain. So if I buy a business or I invest in a business and it's worth $1 million and it goes up to 10 million, I pay nothing on that, all that gain. Certain real estate will work if you double the improved value of that. Like you have to invest as much cash as the improvement's worth. So we always use examples like if you put $1 million into the opportunity zone, you buy a property at 600,000, 200 is its land, 400 is its improved value. You just need to put $400,000 into that the first 31 months. You have 31 months to do it, and it works. Now, what's kind of weird is there's two pieces to this. There's that side, and then there's also a deferral side. And the deferral side says if you've had a capital gain event, and as long as you take those gains and invest it into your into the opportunity zone within 180 days, then you do not have to pay tax on that for up to 7 years. And then when you do pay tax on it, you only pay tax on 85%. If you wait at least 5 years, you only pay on 90%, and then after 7 years, you get what's called a step up of 15%. So you only pay tax on 85% of it. So there's those sides. So that's why people do opportunity zones. Is you get deferral for 7 years, you get a reduction in the amount that you end up having to pay. That's equivalent to about 15%, and then you pay nothing on any of the gain. So let's go back to your question. If you have a software business, and would there be an advantage to moving into the opportunity zone? There could be if you're acquiring real estate in that area, if you're acquiring another property, another software business, or if you're seeking investment. So if I moved my business into the opportunity zone and then said I want to go raise money, now you have a pretty good reason why somebody would want to give you money. But you couldn't be the one who gets the real benefit because you're the one who's you already own it, so you're disqualified, so you can't do it on your own business. And that someone's asked me that code provision was 26 USC 1400Z, 1400Z.